And I'm curious for you, like, you already mentioned like some of the benefits of having that network, but what
Hmm.
are some of the cons of having, like, being part of a polycule or an anarchule?
Well, the thing that comes to mind first is I like to think of the Metamour relationship. I like to compare it to in-laws. So
Mm,
your Metamours, your partner's other partners, are not people that you would necessarily choose to have in your life, but they are in your life because they're connected to someone that you do choose to have in your life. And so, this is me approaching gently the topic that, we don't always get along with our in laws. We don't always get along with our Metamours. So, some of the cons of polycules are, having to have people that you may not necessarily choose in a space of trust with you.
yeah,
So, and that, we always say, polyamory is just so full of growth opportunities. And so this can be one of those growth opportunities, right? Is understanding people that you might not necessarily choose. You might have different communication styles. You
mhm,
will definitely have different needs and boundaries. And so learning how to navigate those relationships is really challenging. And it's a big part of what we have to overcome and what we have to grow into when we choose polyamory. And a big reason for that is we do not have a playbook for this.
yeah,
We are fed monogamy as the default only relationship style. And so we don't have a model for like how to get along with your husband's girlfriend. We just don't
yeah.
have it. And as much as we need it, and we're developing this as we go along, like me and other relationship coaches and polyamory content creators, we're developing this playbook and this normalization around these relationships that we're taught to really be have a really negative view on. We're taught to only really have a negative view on these Metamour
Mhm.
relationships, and so needing to overcome those tendencies is definitely a con of relationship networks.